And Niall, I'm going to come to you with your FAI hat on again, because there's a few things you might just speak to us about. First of all, developments concerning the League of Ireland and what might happen if games have to be called off or played behind closed doors there.
Sure, yeah. So the association met with the NLEC, who represent the clubs, and the PFAI, who represent the players, earlier on today, really to assess the impact that coronavirus will have on the clubs and the players should games be postponed or forced behind closed doors. It'd be quite catastrophic financially. So a steering group was drawn up today to study that financial impact and to work out proposals that we can put in place to try and help the clubs and the players, and we will hopefully forward those proposals on to government and UEFA to seek their support too. So we're trying to get in early and understand the damage that can be done here and try and do something about it. That's nationally. And I think, obviously, internationally, our girls...
Before you move on to that, how likely is it, do you think, that games will be affected? Are you waiting on government advice?
Yeah, absolutely. Government and the HSE will tell us that, and we will act accordingly. We're not going to obstruct that. We must follow orders. And I guess then that goes on to our international status. Our girls, who did very well today, had a great victory in Montenegro. We hope they get home safe and sound. But we are as we were with Slovakia at this moment in time. It may change, but right now our travelling party, that goes out there will be very, very small. It'll be the team and only those who directly affect the team. So I can't see any board members travelling. I can't see any media being allowed travel, and certainly no fans. They may go out there, their business, but certainly not be allowed to go into the stadium. So again, we'll take orders when given them, whether UEFA come up with something different at that time, or indeed our own government might be wary of us travelling at that particular time. It's a couple of weeks off yet, as you know. So it's a very difficult time, but it's one that we're putting contingency plans in, and we hope that that we'll be ready and have some form of defence, to particularly for our League of Ireland clubs, because I think they're most at risk, because if to go a couple of months without income and revenue coming in, and still they have their commitments to players, etc., then it gets very, very tricky.
So you want to anticipate that and have some sort of financial cushion in place if it happens?
Correct.
So no Blazers going to Slovakia is one of the other things I took out of that. From Slovakia's point of view, as things stand at the moment, 6 of their players are under lockdown in Italy.
Yes.
If that was us in our situation, I'd imagine you'd be lobbying very hard to get the game called off. What are the chances, as things stand, of that actually happening at the moment,
well,
as far as you know?
I don't want to go into areas that I'm not aware of. What we can say is practically this looks very difficult at this time, but we must plough ahead now, and Mick must have his mind set up that his team are travelling at this very moment. It could change. I wouldn't like to bet one way or the other, but this problem seems to be escalating, and I think we have to do the right thing and be ready if we have to alter significantly.
And have you heard any whispers, UEFA-wise, concerning the Euros yet? Has there been any talk about that?
I heard the same whispers you heard, and there's been nothing official at all, and people looking at different strategies for the Euros, should they be postponed for 12 months, etc. We've heard all that, but right now UEFA have not steered us one way or the other on that. I think the most important thing is that what we do in this moment in time in March, that we get March right and be ready for April, May, June, wherever that may be.
Chaps, before we move on to the football, we do have tonight, Man City, Arsenal is postponed tonight, Inter Milan, Getafe, Sevilla, Roma, a number of games, Europa League. It feels like it's a gathering storm.
Well, it is, obviously.
That's going to happen.
I said last night, it's only a matter of time before we get a player who tests positive, and then they'll start cancelling games. And that's where we are. As I said last night, there's a bigger picture than football, but we're here to talk about football.